Good evening, Twitch. It is I, Atlas Chief, and we are back at it once again with 2.2 Electric Bogaloo. New update. Let's see what we have here. In Total War Warhammer 3. Yes, shenanigans abound as they released quite a hefty update to Total War Warhammer 3 today. Well, not today. They released it earlier this week, and sadly, I take my Monday and Tuesday breaks seriously because they are my pseudo weekend. They're more for personal time. Monday will eventually be for videos. I do wish to make YouTube content, but I am busy. Very, very busy. I have life and other shenanigans afoot. Painting and modeling that I desire to do. So, I hope everybody has been well for the past 2 days, for it is Wednesday, the 19th of October. So, as we heard, there's an update for Total War Warhammer. It's popped out, and I was thinking of just going over it with everyone, just a little bit, nothing super updated and overly contrivant as being super necessary, but they have done some balancing issues and changes. They have dropped some regiments of renown, some free DLC upgrades for the newer factions, which is fantastic. And they gave it the Vermintide, an endgame scenario. So, it is actually quite nice. They upgraded the Undercities. They did some stability and performance upgrades. So they've done. So one of them is they removed the number of starting wars. So the wars that you start playing with. Bigger penalty. They lessened the colonizing of ruin penalties. Vassalize. Yeah, they've done some broad updates. Let's see, General, the Tomb King, and the Beastman settlements now grant +1 unit capacity for all faction units. That's not too bad. Crumbling, they do more damage, so the undead will crumble quicker. Beastmen, they got Winds of Magic replenishment ups during the full moon events. 50% for the full moon, 100% for a lunar eclipse, and 150 during a solar eclipse. I haven't played Beastmen before, so I don't really understand their moon phase mechanics. Nakai can go into channeling. That's nice. Norska can get Winds of Magic by raiding. Beastmen, Wood Elves, Terax, unit costs, base weapon damage. They've upgraded some of those. Fair Bertonia. They did some fix on the Pilgrim units. Soft lock has been fixed for the Bretonia faction. Quest for Morgan's Mirror will no longer autocomplete when constructing any building rather than specifically the Tower of Enchantress. Okay. Their run speed for the Barded War Horses has gone up from 75 to 78. Rapunzel's speed has increased by 5. The Knights Errant increased by 3. Same with the Knights of the Realm, Questing Knights. Grail Knights and the Grail Guardians. So the Grail Knights to the Knights Errant increased by 3 speed. The Grail Guardians increased from 70 speed to 75. The Green Knights base melee buff has gone up from 27 to 33. That's not bad. Demons of Chaos, the post-captive battle options, Korn now gives unit experience, Nurgle replenishment, Slanesh favor, and Tzeentch gives a boost to their winds of magic. Yay, some nice increase. Ooh, and Chaos Furies got cheaper by 50 gold. That'll be good on the campaign trail. Yes, very much so. Yes. Dark Elves. Ah. The starting number of slaves has been reduced by 100. Cracking one of the few last ones I have on hand, a Pepsi zero sugar mango flavored. Ah, Pepsi. Ah. Hashtag not sponsored. Public order secure, weak wavering. Okay. Okay, so they've increased the slave capacity by a lot. Oh dear gods. I'd spent half an hour overall talking over the Dark Elves. Ooh, the Dowie. The most important updates, lads and lasses. The starting severity of the grudges, increasing far quicker than intended. The benefit Lord affects factions. Dwarves no longer retain their mohawks after losing their heads. Okay. No longer declare war on other AI dwarves during a grudge too far in-game scenario. Okay. Fixed issue with Gore-Tech could not equip dwarf runes. Starting engineer now has his own unique starting trait, as does Cazador. Okay. Army-wide 20% missile block chance for Belgor's Lord's trait, and they fixed the icon incorrectly claiming an icon whose forge could be crafted multiple times. Okay, that's nice. Little updates there. I really still do feel that it's too light of a touch, and that they are going to need to put in a good DLC for updating the dwarves, bringing them more into line with the rest and modernizing them, because they are still, the crafting system for the runes is good and all, but it's these are stopgap measures. They need, just like the Beastmen got, the Orcs got with the WOG system, they need a breath of fresh air breathed back into the faction to spurn them a bit higher. It just is what I'm feeling gut-wise, because they're a bit more difficult to play as. Greenskin. Ooh, yes, I was complaining about their general update. While it completes, the event message will now display the faction in question. Okay. Alright, Grimgor Ironhide. Okay. Grom the Paunch causes terror. Giants changes. High Elves doing... Another shenaniganry. Oh god, so pretty much the High Elves, most of their units got a downgrade. Oh, multiplayer costs, passive ability. Yeah, so their multiplayer costs seems to have been adjusted down rather than up, which is kind of interesting in my port. I haven't done any of the multiplayer yet. Lizardmen, Krukgar, Nakai, long victory objectives. It's Itza, Norska. Some of them have changed leadership. Nurgle. More multiplayer costs. Ogre Kingdoms, yes. Alright, so they moved Scrag the Slaughterer starting position from the Myrmidons to the cramped tunnels of Karak Engizar. No idea where that is. We actually should go look that up. Karak Engizar. Where is that? Alright, so... Scrag the Slaughterer map. Karak. Ah, okay. So he's moved from down here to up here. Okay. Okay. Maybe he won't die outright then. I'll take it. I'll take it as an update for Scrag because I've beat it as Greasus. And might do Scrag, maybe. I mean, I like how he looks, but beside the point. Aha. No details. Replenishment rate. Might upkeep for orders. Hero recruit rank for butchers. Capacity for butchers. And movement range. All armies. That's not bad. But. AI is attacking knockdown settlement walls. The giants got there. Okay, so they increased the domination capture weight from 3 to 5. They increased the camp level by 1. So that's good, I guess. The Skaven boys. Ah, yes, the one that we all laugh at still. Trench Craventail got a massive boost from the Skaven update. 25% ambush success chance, plus 50% enemy reinforcement time. So if it's a minute, it's going to be a minute 30 now. Extra menace below and vanguard deployment for the whole army. Eesh. Quite ridiculous indeed. Slaanesh has gotten a lot of adjustments on their Chosen, on their Chaos Warriors of Slaanesh. Quite a bit of an update. The Empire. Some padding has been added. Okay. 5-turn cooldown on Confederation faction mechanic. Okay. Region tagging. Go give the broader regions of relative electors. Okay. Fixed an issue or caravans. Hello, Holly Jameer. How are we doing today? I am Atlas Chief, and we're just kind of going over the updates that happened recently for Total War Warhammer 3. We do have some additions and subtractions added in a very large blanketed update overall, and we've just slightly made a broad stroke over to the Empire. They've been they're fixing bugs. They're Empire miners. Okay, so they've fixing a bunch of the mechanics for the empires. There's been some apparent issues, which is not the worst. It's not the grandest, but it's what it is. Thank you for the follow. This is just me, high on caffeine. Pay attention, note to the can of Pepsi near my mouth. I operate off of caffeine and spite. No, in the far future of the grim darkness of 40k, there is only war. Well, guess what? There's only Warhammer, and then also what I choose to play. The Tomb Kings have gotten a... Oh, wow. I'm looking at the patch notes here, and the Tomb Kings, they have 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 4 bits of updating. Yeah, they remove the vampiric corruption. Barely anything. Like the Tomb Kings, like the Empire has this big of a list. Like has 100 things. Like boom, it's changed. Tomb Kings, here's tiny changes. Like holy shit. Then again, I don't play the Tomb Kings, and I haven't played the Empire in a while. And the last time, because we're kind of sitting on Scrag, because Scrag moved. He was down here in the Myrmidons. He moved up a little bit further in the ranges of the Border Princes, putting him more closer to the action of the Dowie. and Avaheim and the orcs. And I honestly wonder what orc meat tastes like. Technically, they're a fungus, so at least in 40k, orcs are fungus. They're grown, they release spores when they die, and then new orcs spawn from them. So, if one were to eat the meat of an orc, would you be vegetarian? Or would you still be like, is it meat? Is it fungus? Like, because they bleed and they can lose limbs and they can die and they have brains. So they're like a fungal mammal. So is it vegetarian to eat orc meat? I don't know. Maybe. Oh dear God. And then we come to Zinch, who has an auspicious change for their multiplayer and ammunition. Yeah. Trees do. There are some that do bleed. Yes. Be quite interesting. Okay, so I lied. um, the one who got the short end of the stick was the Vampire Coast, because they have literally like 2 little blips. Well, those have 4 dots, but overall 2 highlighted options of updates for them. They got artillery crews, sensitivity to VO. No love for the undead in this expansion. No love. Then again, they are soulless, heartless, deathless beings, so I guess that's fair. But meh. Alright. Arcane Wisdom. Up to some hit points for the Chaos. So scroll down to the Warriors of Chaos. They've gotten quite a few. Their Marks of Zinch have gotten some updates. The Zigvald's buildings and commandment now spread Slaneshi corruption rather than just Chaos Undivided, which is nice and thematic considering the man walks around with a mirrored shield and literally one of his army units. Yes. Well, we are in a zombie apocalypse. Everyone and their mother is just, when they're not driving or doing something important, they're just waiting on their phones. It's a zombie apocalypse. Not that I really can complain. I do the very same. Because it's easy just to da 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 and stare at my phone and then, yes, I heard my name. Ha ha! And go and talk with people. We have Chaos. Dear gods. The quite a lot of changes for the Warriors of Chaos, as a lot of their Chaos Giant got bumped on the numbers. The Funby Apocalypse. Yes. Though, the stereotypical zombie apocalypse. I am in the north of the United States of America. We have winter. Winter is coming. Enter Stark Meme. Literally, zombies would freeze and die and we'd be fine. I really hope it starts in the south, because I highly doubt it's going to make its way past the Appalachian Mountains. Like, literally, they will be Florida man to death and then moonshined into oblivion due to the amount of guns we possess here in this beloved country of ours. I just hope it starts in the south. The north will be able to survive. And if it's like the common cold, we're all fucked anyway. We saw how well the world did with the Koof. This is true. There are some that are better in warmer temperatures, some that are better in cold temperatures. Viruses and infectious diseases are terrifying. The terrifying thing. All right, so many changes. Um, True. And a big change that happened is the settlements got some changes too to them. Is the if they don't build a garrison building in the settlement, then it's just a field battle against the garrison troops. However, if they have the garrison, it's a minor settlement battle, which I kind of agree with and I kind of don't. I agree with it on the fact that, hey, it's a minor settlement. You're going to have to fight it because there's actually more of a beefed up garrison. I personally feel that they should be level 3 and have a level 3 garrison, which actually provides walls to the settlement to then have a minor settlement battle. But I can see the point as they've improved the garrison and thus they're more willing to defend and fight in the streets and defend the people. Just so that they don't get killed, murdered, maimed, or used as food. Considering we're looking at ogres. All right. And but I know I personally had a lot of fatigue with it to where the last time I was playing, which was Sunday, I had a bit of fatigue. I was just playing a nice comfort stream because I tried to play as Imeric on Saturday, and for the life of me, I could not get it down to where I was just losing his core region here. Just absolutely just like every single time. I had Skaven, I had Trench Craventail, and Queek both wage war on me, and I'm just like circling around just trying to keep my settlements up, and it's like I mayhaps expanded too quickly. Too greedily, but I hadn't been involved with Clan Wars or Craventail on borders until they both declared war on me. And then it was just downhill from there, and it was like, my brain go as I'm trying to manage the chicanery of it. So it's like, I'm going back to what I know. I'm going back to the Tower, Thorgrim Grudgebearer. And we did relatively well. It was nice. We are at constant war with every single one of our neighbors, and just there was a cycle to where I had to build a bunch of little tiny armies, about 5-man stacks, and then it's like, okay, if we can keep the economy rolling, we'll build the bigger armies. But they kept on getting attacked. But as the Towie, we hold the line and are stubbornly defiant. And I was actually able to start. The orcs still hold. They were the Barrack de Walsey, but I was able to hold that position there and basically start taking the mountains. Here is my aim. It's easier, by far easier to armor up the outside of the mountains as the dwarves and then just hold. Uh, uh, no, no, because that is no, the 200%.
No, it kills us. It kills us, it does. No, you see, I plays on the hard. I am one step above normal person.
And I'm getting used to playing on hard, and going to 200% on everything would be absolutely terrifying for me. I don't need everything dialed up to 200%. I don't need it dialed up to 22. Because no, thank you. that would be painful for me. I am not like the Legend of Total War. I'm not like Battlesea. I'm not like these people that have played this game extensively for years and have built up the raw calluses of experience to then sit there and play on very hard and legendary battle difficulty. No, I play on hard, and I'm getting used to hard. Though I'm still salty at the anti-player bias, because I'll be doing my own thing. Huh. Holy Jimmy, what is the funny thing, sir? You have me on the pins and needles. Is it going to knock my socks off? Good thing I'm not wearing socks. I'm just wearing slippers. It was a big... No! It was a bait. How'd he do? Did he live? Like, I'm curious now. Oh no. Was he on easy? Or was he on normal? Well, that's good that he did great. That is excellent that he did great. Oh my. Oh. Normal, 200%? It might equal hard or very hard. On normal difficulty, the AI has less of its cheaty shenanigans until endgame. Hey, that... Oh. Well, you see, he got to the endgame. He got to the endgame. Sadly, he did get demolished, but sometimes you win them, sometimes you lose them. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do in fighting. Some slight construction changes. And Skaven themed endgame. Black Pyramid Gash is now flying. Diplomacy. Rebalance. They rebalance Confederation. Thank the gods. Because, especially as the ogres, Confederation is damn nigh near impossible. You have to literally, like, chop off their leg and feed it to them, and then they'll join you. Oh, my apologies. And some slight updates graphically and audioly, which is not bad. Not the greatest. And yeah, we've kind of reached the end of the updates. But apparently we're going to be getting another update in November 2.3. What mysteries will it hold? Hopefully it comes with actually announcement of, hey guys, we're going to update insert faction that hasn't seen anything. And speaking of chopping stuff up and put it into the pot, put that up there. Let's go and play as the Slaughterer. Scrag the Slaughterer, the Slaughtermaster of the Ogre Kingdoms, and put some legs into some soup in the new starting location. Now, of the new races that came out with Total War Warhammer 3, by far, granted, Greece is a slow as shit and could use a little bit more love. Just personal bias. I still love Greases. Son of a bitch! You brilliant bastard! It does look like Leatherface. Ah ha ha! I stop blowing my mind. It's not good for my brain. I need it in my skull so I can think. That's why, I was a little unsettled by him. It's like, why am I unsettled by his face? And I remember watching the movies. See now this I'm okay with. Right, it ends up in the pot. Yeah, right there. All right. So, we're doing pretty well. We're going to get the hunter into the army really quickly. Let's see. That will definitely be. Yes, he's a big ogre. He's big and fat, and the gut is important. So you see all those gentlemen out there in the world with the beer gut? That big, bulbous beer gut? Ah, the ogres would be like, respect. He's got a good gut. Here, put the breastplate on. Here's a chopper. Let's go fight. He's a little short, though. Not as short as a stunty, but you get my point. Alright, so we have begun the slaughter with the slaughter master, and we are fighting the measly border princes. Alright, so we've got 2 Golgers, a bunch of Noblars, and a couple guys here with clubs. Some research to finalize. So, they don't like us. It's the general aversion. Very well. That's fine. If we bring war to the border princes and smack them down, they like us even less. Oh no. Minus 25. I know some of historical heraldry and whatnot, like very, very minor. It has intrigued, but it's interesting. Like the Border Princes, I know is kind of themed after the Holy Roman Empire's flag. Guessing, roughly based on my estimation of medieval heraldry, but I could be entirely wrong. Ah, it hasn't entirely left my brain, you know. Yeah, I know you're right. But for the comparison, yeah, looking at it now, yes, it is. Indeed, it is. Indeed, it is. Just the wings are up bumped higher. Well, you know, some some of the stuff is copy pasted throughout history. Some people use the same heraldry and other chicanery often around. It's not terrible to have unique ideas, but at least they're going and doing some fantastical twists, but at least they're paying homage because the Empire, I think, kind of just screams medieval Europe with some steampunkish additions plus some fantasy magical creatures. Then you have the French in Bretonia and knightly honor. I like the Bretonians. Of the human factions that are out there, which are 3 now? Yes, 3. 3. Well, no. Norska, Chaos Warriors. So, of the 5, I like Bretonia the easiest. Or not the easiest. I like them because just, you know, for the lady, knightly honor, chivalry. Because what kid that, reads like the Knights in Shining Armor books doesn't want to be the knight, saving the lady from the foul dragon? Just myself personally. All right. We have research to make going forth. First, we get the camp and Ogre Kingdoms. All right, so we're gonna shoot down here for that camp growth and for the casualty replenishment because they made it casualty replenishment really hard in this one. Yeah. Ah. That would. So, Holy Gelmir. Holy moly. Ah. Yes. a lot of societies brought up on the hero has to save the day. Me, I kind of like watching the hero rise up and then fail because like having actual loss and more realistic stories interests me. Like have the best of disconnect, like having a hero and having a good hero, and it's not just like yes, I am the knight in shining armor, I'm the good guy, I'm going to win for righteousness, for glory. That has been played out a lot. I want a realistic hero. Them like somebody to depict a realistic hero. Realistic ambitions. They're just trying to do this. They're trying to live their life. And they're given tough choices that they choose. Realistic growth and development of a character. Like they have been put into a shitty situation. No one else is really fixing the problems. That's like the hero has to save the country. Well, no one's saving the country. No one's doing the thing. Realistically going about and doing the thing and being a galvanizing force and just have the character grow into something greater, and then epilogue, and they pass away, they reincarnate, and then they're like, what the heck, and then they're like praised overly. I kind of like those stories. That I find them interesting because you have the growth, the development. I don't like the bland days. Yeah. And then some would actually just duel for the lady's hand at her wedding. There was also a law, I think, in British history, or that the lord of the land could lay with the woman on the day of her marriage before she was wed. I think that got taken out somewhere along the lines, but I believe that was a law that was, I personally see as absolutely barbaric. But then again, there are a lot of laws that we have that some would seem probably in the future that it's absolutely barbaric. Why would they do that? Why would they allow that? But we have, sadly to say, Marius Weber. Prepare to die. Casualties medium. I don't think you've got this, my friend. No. Let us first consult the strategic alignment of the stars. eh? Yeah. Potentially. But I am not happy with the fact that it's going to be a decisive victory, but me and with casualties, I think I can do better. Cause I's a cheeky blighter. I like using the brain. And I know that if I can cancel up these three, their range units, these guys will fold like tin paper. And we have some damage dealers. They don't really have the best of armor. So it makes it wondrous and easy to crush in their faces. Alright, so. But now we'll start the deployment. Noblars. I am entirely prepared for you to die. Saber pack right here, and the closest one for the trappers to do would be right there. And to burst out from the trees, and we're going to lead the charge with the Noblars. So they'll soak up, because they are the expendable and the meat shields. They're the good roux for the broth, as it were. And let us begin the slaughter. Alright, so. Alright, and these guys. Doggos. Get moving. You guys need to get in position. Start taking him down. Scrag. Alright. Where am I from? I am from America. And precisely in America, I'm from the state of Minnesota, up in the frozen north. Oh, he doesn't have any increased shit. All right, so go for it. Scrag, get in there. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Ah, the Netherlands. Okay. How's the weather going for you guys? I hope it goes well. Alright, so get them there and hit them with the leadership debuff. That's good. That's good. I know you got, I think it was most of Europe that was getting hit with a heat wave a couple months ago. I hope that's turned out better for you guys. And there we go. They have engaged their enemy, bringing them down in rightful ruinous rampaginess. Yeah, alright. He's going. The boys are getting hurt a bit. Alright, so the gorges are running in. Hit them there. Scrag's having a grand old time. Yeah, I know. At least here in America, we have air conditioning, which does use up quite a fanciful bit of power. Enjoy melee combat, my hunter's foe. Gorgers, keep engorging yourselves. It'll be great. So we have taken quite a bit of damage. We have lost some on the dual weapons, but nothing too terrible. Little strategic plays here and there. I probably should have waited outside of the archer's range a bit longer to get our boys at least into a diving position. Yeah. Yeah. Never made it out to Europe. When I was younger, I was in the United States military. I was in the Marine Corps, to be precise. I had the pleasure to get stationed down in the southeastern Pacific, and I went on a couple of MEUs, Marine Expeditionary Units, which basically we travel around on our boats in our fleets and visit the Southeast Asian countries. And the one thing I have, because I was stationed in Okinawa, Japan, I miss the food. But sadly, it's so goddamn expensive, and it's gotten more goddamn expensive than when I went and did it. There's a delay. I timed that poorly. Because I saw myself go. So, I timed that poorly, but we went about and went around Southeastern Pacific, and I love the food, but it was expensive back then. For a round trip ticket, it was 6,000 US, which going rough on euros, I'm assuming it's probably 5,000 euros, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. I don't know the exact conversion rates, but it was rather expensive for me to fly home to here in Minnesota and then fly back in a week's time. It was great. I always enjoyed it, but if I could do a couple things different, I wouldn't have spent. I came back 3 times when I was in Okinawa. I wouldn't have spent all that money on those trips. I would have come back once, and that would have been like good enough, and I would have saved that money for something else. We have a great skull. Ooh, magical item. I'll take it gladly. Okay. 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 So it's they're flipping now. The euro and the dollar are flipping. We can get some meat, which we kind of need. Or we go 10%, which is quite a bit. Ah, okay. We're going to eat up. All right, so we have killed them. Fantastic. And he's equipped with the Great Skull. We have killed Marcus Weber. And you know what? We could use a port city to make us some moolah. Pyrrhic victory, and the battle is high. What's the terrain like? Okay, so it's the anti-large that's causing that. All right, so this time, we're going to slow our roll. Because it's a Pyrrhic victory. We're going to slow our roll. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to approach them right up to the line of the crossbowmen. Because they're not going to move forward and shoot at us. And we're going to hold here and get our boys to come up and then slam down and into them from the side and be a little more strategic and well timed. It's the little things. All right, and start deployment. So, Noblars, Hunter. They have that unit there. Range is 120. What's on the crossbows? 160. Okay. Scrag. There you go, boys. All right. Hide those boys up there on the hill. All right, so they're not going to move. We are going to move the Noblars and use... is that... Yeah, that is right in there. All right, so... Yeah. You know, 5 and 0, no, no. Interesting. That I did not know. Oh, shit. Where are the doggos? So, shit. Alright. I forgot to move them there. I'm a dodo head. We'll move them up anyway. They do have stock, so they wouldn't be seen rather easily. Do a tad bit of fast forward. The doggos. Alright, so you guys... Move faster, please. The army moves up. Alright, Hunter. I want you to move in front, and we're going to try and waste the ammunition. I don't know if he's going to be fast enough to do it while we wait for everybody to get into the formation. Like... Oh, wait, shit. Don't fire. Don't fire, damn you, you bastard. Alright, doggos. Alright, so we're going to do some sneaky shenanigans here on the backside of things. These guys have stock, so they're going to come up over here. Unseen and unawares. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition, but the €5 note and the €10 note further are bridges. What exactly are the bridges for? Personally, I don't know. Alright, I don't know how close it is to be seen, so we are going to bring these guys like right here-esque, but I want the Noblars up here on the hill. That making it harder for them to traffic. Thought of a game for Halloween. I honestly haven't thought on a game for Halloween, to be honest. Alright, so, Hunter. Fire at will. Except for... Fire at them. They're anti-large. They're getting into position. Hopefully we can instigate them to attack. Nope. Alright, so they're moving ever so slightly. Okay. They don't want them to get shot, I guess. Alright, and pause. Alright, Hunter. Back here. If you guys are gonna fight that way, alright, fine. I see how it is. He dies, they die, Noblars. There, you guys there. Form the blob on those spears. Damage dealers. Alright. Boom. Enough of that. Damage dealers. Damage dealers. There we go. Alright. There we go. Yes, there we go. We've got them taking care of that. Scrag will do his thing and buff them. And the leadership. Hit them there. The Gorges will handle that all and over. I haven't put some major thought into Halloween. Halloween does fall on a Tuesday, I believe. I do have my son. I'll probably take him out for Halloween. However, for the evening, for Sunday, I will probably do a early Halloween stream. I don't precisely know what I will do for that. There we go. See? Some tactics, and it's a good old-fashioned win with nary a drop of blood lost and more meat in the cauldron. Ha ha! It's fantastic. Oh. But yes, so, Holy Gentlemen, I stream Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Mondays and Tuesdays, I take off for my own, kind of my own mini weekend. Because Mondays, I generally will be doing some model painting or whatnot, and some of my personal time to do my own freedom activities as I enjoy sharing this time all with you and the hobby of me playing beauteous games. And Tuesday is my Warhammer 40k day where I go down to my local game store and I play. I play my Warhammer 40k. And I'm currently working on my Leagues of Votan. I got the starter box with the codex, the cards, and the 25 units in it. I'm down to the last three, the 3 bikes to finish off, and I've got them started. I did make a bit of a foul mix-up. When I was doing some assembly, I put a gunner on top of one of the bikes, and you're supposed to get the pilot in there first before you put the gunner up top. So I had to do a little doctoring, put the guy in, and then put it back on there. Not one of my finer moments, but we got the rag banner for leadership. Leadership's relatively decent on our boys. Fantastic. We are going to just occupy, as we are going to be housing ourselves in this region of time. And growth there, and we do have the dock, which is good for more growth overall. Growth being an extremely important thing, which sadly is something that Dowie lack. Alright. They still don't mind us. Okay. So my general thought process is take out the border princes and then start hitting on the orcs or whoever decides to declare war on us. I'd prefer not to fight the Dowie because the Dowie are my first loves. My first and greatest loves. I don't want to lose them. But if they push my hand, I will not say nay. Alright. We can use some... Yes, there we go. A little bit more expensive, but we can use some iron guts. The little shield will be Definitely nice to take some of the military fire, the arrows. Scrag, we've got 2. So, Cavern Dweller. Interesting. Feasts offered to the Great Mom minus 20%. Yeah, it's Halloween is so personal slash funny story. My friends do. There are some. I know for my son's school, they're going to have trick or treating in the school on Tuesday, and they're going to go around to the other classrooms and visit and wear costumes. And it's going to be like, ooh, spooky, and trick or treating through the classrooms there. Um, it is pretty big because my friends are getting married and they're having a bachelorween party. And it's a themed Halloween bachelorette party. So it's like, yay, that'll be interesting enough to say the least. So going to go with Route Marcher, definitely get the casualty replenishment rates, and probably since they're all local province, probably the Mawtooth for him. And we're going to start off with the Inspiring Presence. Now, don't worry, we're going to get the Bull Gorger and we're going to get his spell line coming. It's just one of those where we're going to primarily spend between the blue and the yellow lines. The red line is here only for the extra 75 experience per turn, just in case they're replenishing troops. That way, they're getting experience just sitting there and being there. And ultimately, it will start the snowball up for the army, which is always a good thing. And of course, this guy gets only 1. Like, that, the experience level. Like, what the hell? All right, so give them the running with the pack. Teen trick or treat without the trick. Oh, okay. There has been an old rhyme that, like, when I was a younger lad, would sing in his trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. It's like a little chime, little ditty like that is something that usually used to be sung. Now it's just trick or treat, and they get candy. And if you can find the houses that give out the full size candy bars, oh yes. But also, Samhain is a wondrous evening for spell work and whatnot. Ah. I actually currently right now, because I've played Scrag before. I played him down when he was in the Myrmidons down here. Got attacked by absolutely everyone and their mother. Well, there's nothing too wrong with oranges. They're good. You can use them in cooking. You can make juice. But yeah, currently just ooh, big name, bone chewer. Nani? Big names, big names. Oh yeah. For now, I guess, since it's the only one we have access to, it'll take 10 turns to change that, and sure, a frenzy. That'll be good. Giant breaker, okay. And unlock a stonehorn. Ooh, beast rider. That's one. When do you get the stonehorn? 15. Okay, we got to keep you alive until you get to level 15. We're going to try and keep him alive until he gets to level 20. Then he's immortalized in our army. All right, so we're going to reach Achendorf in 2 turns anyways, but I'm not going to reach it dead and tired. Yep, right there. So, Garrison Lord is not moved, and we can't do the camps because we don't have the camps to deploy. And we are 13 meat consumption. Yes, it's going to be a little tough. We're going to have to tighten our belts as we're going to lose some weight here because we don't have the meat I'd like to have because we got ogres. We got new sets of ogre bulls in here. But there's one thing we are going to need. We're going to need meat shields. So, let's get another one of trappers too. Let's get one other set of noblars, another set of travelers. They are the shields of the army. They are going to take the brunt of the force for us into the meaty grindiness. Now I'm thinking of a game to play for Sunday, which is for Halloween, a pre-Halloween stream. I will have to look upon the library that I doth possess to see what it is that I need. Okay, they have gotten growth up to there. Perfect. An extra bit of growth will be fantastic. Oh? Any specific reason as to why? You put the peppermint in the middle? Does it taste better? That's interesting. I'm gonna have to try that now. Hold on. What do I notepad? Notepad. Pen, paper, peppermint, orange. All right. I'm sorry. Have you looked at the American diet? There's sugar pretty much in goddamn everything these days. What isn't fucking good for your teeth? I actually just had a tooth pulled last Tuesday. One of the teeth got bad enough to where it had to get pulled. They could have saved it, but they're like, "That'll be $1,500, please." And I'm like, "How much to get the tooth removed?" "Oh, that'll be 150. I'll take the 150 over the 1,500. Economics, it's a thing. All right. Poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. They are a walled settlement. They don't have much in the way of defenses, which is perfect. All right. So, a crushing defeat, they say. All right. Well, we're just going to continue the siege. We have 10 turns. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't have walls. Yeah, no. We don't have free healthcare. But we do have a military that can, bar none, crush somebody if somebody wants to get out of line. That's what we spend our tax money on. We've been at war for, gods, 95% of the time that we've been a country. Our military machine has never stopped rolling. Because the problem with turning on a military machine is you have to turn it on. Well, if you never turn it off, then there's no problem. See, no, the military doesn't. The politicians that wish to line their pockets do. And also, if you have a good enough propaganda campaign, you mislead the minds of millions of people, and thus then you get people willing to go to war. Yeah. Yeah. 9/11 was a big one. And so we went into Afghanistan and Iraq, and it was a whole kit and caboodle, but that unified the nation. All right. So, a Pyrrhic victory, and they are attacking us. Let us look at the terrain that we are faced with. Because I feel, oh, you stupid bitches. First off, all right, we can definitely hold out. Yeah, but sorry, I'm talking about more of like they use that as a piece, and they manipulated the information and whatnot. And it was a sad day because I know there was a lot of people that died there. I remember that day quite vividly in school. Actually, we had the next day off because of it. But yeah, we have recovered, and now we're just ripping our shelves to shreds due to socioeconomic disputes and issues. But we shall not go there, because that is depressing talk. No, 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 no. No depressing here. I'm sorry. The real world is a bitch. It's not fair. And sadly, no matter what we do, it will not truly ever be fair. There will always be disparities between absolutely everyone and everything. We can try and make it as fair as possible, but it never changes. Where's the Nobel Peace Prize? That nail on the head. That yes, yes. Like the one thing, like everybody's like, this, yeah. No, get out of your country. Because I went to Southeast Asia. When we were deployed there, we had boxes of MREs. So we'd finish eating it. Well, some guy thought it'd be funny, so he threw it over our fencing. We built a dirt wall and threw the box over to the fencing where there was a bunch of kids playing. Those kids played with that cardboard box our food came in down in the Philippines for literal hours. They fought each other to get who was the one that got to ride in the box as they were all carrying it around. Like, witnessing that changed my entire perspective on life and made me a hell of a lot more grateful for what I do have. And thinking back on that memory, it's like, it's not fair that I have this and they don't. And thus I've given to charities and looked to them. And sadly, a lot of the charities aren't non-profit. They are fill their pockets to the brim sort of individuals. But so, enemies come there and fight us. Uh, that's why my son, you'll see him from time to time. His name is Ash. He's currently upstairs watching Minecraft on YouTube. Um, he will pop in from time to time, but I don't plan on giving him a cell phone until he has a driver's license. All right, we'll keep the magic as it is. Start deployment. So, the Noblars, they only have a range of 70, but they have stock. So, we'll have these guys stuck back here. 16. America, you can get your license. You can get your phone when he's 16. I will allow for the caveat of if he is, when he's older, should he like be in sports activities and after school activities to where he kind of needs it, then I'll be like, okay, sure, we'll do that. We'll do that, Bubba. And I'll get him a phone for the ease of communication with us. All right, so Scrag, they're attacking us, and we'll get the rest of the ogre boys. I kind of want to put these guys here to get a good charge in. They're not the best. They're damage dealers all, but not the best. So we'll have these guys exposed. The Noblars will get hit as usual. We're going to use them as the meat shields that they are. All right, so here they come. Speed of 48. Here come the archers. Move it. Move that. Yeah, you know, that's not bad. Parents also set my parents also set very strong limits on what I could and couldn't do with it. Yep, come here. Yep, they're firing. They're slowing down. This is good. Come on, fire at me. I'm dragging around a pot and you can't hit me with the broadside of a barn. Alright, pull it back, because they're coming in. Alright, and there we go. Here they come. Yes. That's alright. Being spoiled is not a problem. It's what you do afterwards. As long as you can balance your life as it is, that's perfectly fine. Oh, shit. Noblars. Alright, so... Flank 'em! Alright, and they're coming around. Alright, blob up. Get in there, get in there, get in there, get in there. Gorgers, come on, come on, come on. Pardon me, but let's get in there, and he's anti-infantry. Yes, alright. Get into the Albedeers, and hit them with that. Finish them, my friends. Yes, get them good. Scrag, good. Get them that. There we go. So we've blobbed up our boys here pretty well with the Noblars. And the Noblars are doing their job quite well of soaking up the enemy's hits. Now, there we go. Fire! Hurry up. Right into their backsides. Yes! This is what we want to see. Handling the archers most readily. Good. The Gorgers did get hit quite a bit, actually, which is not the best. But that was fine. A little bit of a lapse. I don't mind losing a unit or losing something because of... Alright, give it back to them. And hit the halberdiers. The Empire is not known well for their infantry's morale, as it were. Where's the hunter's in? Good. The hunter is in the fight of it, the thick of it. It's good. The characters are there. The Noblars are actually still holding their leadership quite well, which is good. That's because I've thrown the ogres in with them. Bring it on, boys. Come on. Bring it in. And that's how you turn a Philip victory. In America, it is currently 8:15 where I am. So I got roughly another 45 minutes before I sadly have to go to bed, as I have work in the morning. Alright, so this is a garrison battle. We have won it. They've sallied out to fight us, but not much changes if we annihilate them. So we have won with a decisive victory. And that's where I think I do like the thought of like, oh yes, your army is this, and here's the Pyrrhic victory. Whoa, dude. Don't you got like work or school or something in the morning? Get some sleep, man. I thank you for joining me for the conversation because it has been wondrous to have you here, but get some sleep if you need it. If not, stay. Speak with me. It makes it quite nice, really. To have another individual to chat to on a whole vacation. Fantastic, then. And we got a talisman of endurance. Yes. All right. Do or money. Let's replenish the army for free as we're still technically sieging it. Yes. Quite good. And Scrag got extra bit of work. Yes. Ah, yes. All right. So we have, and now it's a something that I'm willing to go and auto resolve on. A little bit more hurt than I'd like, but the ogres are still nice and healthy, so the Noblars did their job. Just gonna occupy. Loot and occupying doesn't really go the way I usually like it to go. So we already have this one here. We're gonna demolish that one, and Matakora, our port city, is vastly more important than Achendorf, since it all degrades down to lesser settlements. Alright, so we're healing their skill points. And definitely going to go with that casualty replenishment rate. Don't worry. Next one, we're going to go up here to Bullgorger, and we're just kind of, it'll be a slow effect. I'd like to focus more on the blue because it has better faction-wide abilities. But casualty replenishment rate is important. Savage predators roaming free. Ooh, he got 2. Heck yes. All right, so we're going to give Sabertusk packs stock. And we're going to lessen their upkeep. So I plan on putting in Achendorf the military building for the Sabertusk packs. That way we can start putting some more of these guys in the army. They're not the best, but they're effective. They're the fastest unit in the army, and they can cause a lot of problems for my enemies. And we have regiments of renown. Ooh, another one. Good. Level 30, though. Meow. Not fair. But for the commandment, we've got Feast of the Strong. Growth 20, campaign. Corruption -5. Local recruitment. Yeah. We'll go with the Feast of the Strong for the control, the growth, and the campaign movement range minus for our enemies. It'll be fantastic. Yes. I have played Assassin's Creed. I enjoyed the first one. I enjoyed the second and the third, and then I enjoyed the Black Flag one. I enjoyed them all quite nicely, to be honest. It's just after a while I got it got fairly repetitive for me. Because I see that army coming up from the Southlands. But we're gonna go fight them real quick. They don't like... Oh, they're improvement on us. Skill point. Well, I'll be a man of my word and put it up in the Bull Gorger. We will not deploy the camp as of yet, you beautiful, beautiful man, you. Another thing of Noblars. Yes. More meat for the grinder. Yes. Though I do feel that the Noblars, as they are the lowest rung of society, should not cost meat to maintain. It would make meat... meat is important, but it would make it more... Alright, so... We already have grazing pastures. We don't need more grazing. What the heck? Yeah, we don't need 2 grazing pastures here. So... It hits it up fine, we'll go with meat production for right now until we get a camp down. Then we'll destroy it and put something else there. In Ackendorf. Hopefully it's not the only one in that region, because I may have fucked up. I may have slightly fucked up. May have. Probably not. But, ooh, Border Princes. Ooh, they got hit by somebody. So somebody declared war on them and beat their butts off. Or they have multiple armies. Oh no. Or maybe it was a rebellion that caused it. Noblar prosthetics. Ooh, how nice of them. Alright, so... Yeah, so I did. Alright. That is there. We're going to demolish that because it's not serving our purposes there. But what we can do... Come here. Ah, they do have... Yep. They do have multiple armies. Shenaniganry. Well, we'll get across their border far enough away from their city and plop down a camp. And whilst we are raiding them, we'll be able to gain some income from the camp being in their territory, but we'll also be free of from attrition while the camp is in that zone. And also the camp is our absolute biggest economic money maker. Heartbreaker and other chicanery. It is a key requirement for our economy. So we could attack them there, but I don't want to. So we'll deploy the camp. Good. Now it's only making so much money. Most fun thing I ever did in my life. Ah, now there is a story to be had on that front. And yes, perfect. So, the funnest thing that I have ever done in my life. That is level 2. Shit. Alright, so while you're leveling up, growth, casualty replenishment, origin region, income, corruption. Yeah, it doesn't really do much in that one. So, control for the fire pit shrine is I was training in the Marine. We were in the Philippines, and one of the markets we had, there was a large Philippines. No, it was Thailand. Thailand, not Philippines. We went, and there was a gun range there. It's like, okay, it's a gun range, and then there was this special extra charge. Here's $50. Okay, You fire this RPG at this cow. If you hit the cow, you get your $50 back, and we then, from the remaining meat that's left over from the explosion of the cow, you go over to this restaurant and you get a free meal. And now the effective range of accurately shooting an RPG is 100 meters roughly. So there's a cow about 200 meters away. It is absolute luck to hit that target. Aim and shoot. Boom! Hit the cow. Body parts flying everywhere. I got myself that free steak dinner. And that was probably one of the funnest ones. That is, I would say, that is a crowning achievement of fun, but in a real, like, of just young manhood testosterone. Yes, living moo cow, blown to smithereens. Yeah, at least his death was quick and painless because it probably didn't feel anything the instant that RPG hit it. Yes, cruel but fun, and it's learned many a thing from that. I did. I don't do that anymore. I enjoy hunting. I do enjoy hunting. I routinely hunt deer, pheasant, and what have you. Thus the blaze orange. But I don't. I don't do it. I don't do it to that extent anymore with an explosive device. But regular fun things is one of the funnest things right now. Is yes, you need to purchase a hunting license yearly. All right, so Zekrovich does not have anything but economic buildings. Close defeat. No. I have a 30-06. I have a rifle for that. And I go out way early in the morning and I give them a sporting chance to never come near me. In the years that I have been hunting, I have not seen shit. Everyone else in the groups that I go with always sees a deer and always either shoots at a deer or whatnot. I have much better chances of when I go bird hunting, when I go pheasant and duck hunting, as then it's just like Duck Hunter, the video game, and it's just, to me, it's boom, 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 done. All right, great. There's 3 birds down. Boom. I have myself some nice meat to eat later on. I enjoy going up to deer camp, but it's one of those to where I have to do more research on hunting areas near me. That way it's worth me getting the license, and then I can try and go multiple times a year, because when we do go up to deer camp, it's a costly affair because we like having the creature comforts of home. So we go up to a cabin that's generally nicer than the home that I live in, and we rent it out for the weekend. Everybody pitches in. There's about 4 or 5 guys that usually go. This year, much like last year, I'm not going due to financial constraints. I wish I could, but I can't. So I'm not going this year. We are going to encircle them for now and have them come and attack us. Well, I didn't know that had happened, but I can tell you this from from going hunting and hunting myself. If you see a deer in the woods or something that looks like a deer, it most likely is a deer, and thus then you shoot. That's why, at least in America, by law during hunting season, you're out in the woods. you have to wear blaze orange. 50%, at least here in Minnesota, in the state of Minnesota, you have to be 50% orange. That's visible. You have to be 50% blaze orange. That way, because it's non-natural color, the deer doesn't see in color. They see in shades of black and white. And motion, they have very good hearing. But this is so that other hunters don't shoot you by mistake when you're trumping around into the woods. Because that's the lethal side effect of hunting, is there's that chance. And we try everything we can to mitigate it. There are classes that one should go to. You should learn how to use a firearm safely. And once you know how to use a firearm safely, then you should be responsible for effectively using that firearm. If you cannot, please surrender your firearm. There are a lot of people here in America, we have the right to bear arms. I don't know the Netherlands. I know you probably can own a firearm, but I'm assuming that you have a lot more constraints. You have a lot more constraints on the purchasing of a firearm than we do here in America. Though it is for a handgun, I have to go through a whole process, background information. Oh, ooh, okay. Not even for a hunting rifle. Like for a farmer to defend their property from nuisance animals, like you can't purchase a firearm. That's interesting. Building upgrades available. More salt. Ah, okay. So I'm assuming you're not doing any handgun firearms, but a long rifle, one that you would generally use for hunting. Eh, yeah. There's that. All right, and okay. All right. Good. Hopefully, they attack us in this round. But yes, the and so holy holy the um, hmm. Since there are different laws in the states, when I reference the states, think about it as like the state of Minnesota. It is one of 50 states in America. Hmm. Then I definitely, if I lived in the think of the states. So I'll jumping back to my tangent. Think of the states as countries like the European Union. Think of the EU, but now I'll just expand that to having 50 members being states as under one nation instead of being uh, separate nations entirely. But the knife to knife thing, I definitely would, if I lived in a country in which I could not legally own a firearm, I would routinely go to close quarters. I would martial arts. I would. That is what I would learn. I would learn martial arts, and I would learn and master my craft. And it would be. I would try and be a black belt, a MMA fighter, something to where it is purely hand to hand. And I am still relatively good at it. I am rusty because I haven't done it in a lot. The reflexes and the training is still here in the brain, but saying it's a close defeat. So I don't believe it to be all that close because all it requires us to do. They're coming in reinforcements. We don't have anything reinforcing us. Yeah, we would lose the whole army. So they don't have any artillery. They have only their ranged troops. Let us fight the battle. Ah, shit. I should have looked at the. Ah. I personally carry like a work utility knife around at me almost at almost all time. It's there for like box opening, razor knives. That's what I carry around for me for work. All right, so start deployment. All right, Novelars. Once again, we're gonna have you boys here. All right, so we have them there, and we have 3 more to sit here in reserve. Hunter. Hold there. All right, so damage dealers. We're going to do the same thing. You're going to hide out here in the woods. Ooh. Okay. Big ogre bunch there. And Scrag the Slaughterer. I'm going to have you there. All right, so everyone else. Vanguard deployment. So, are they all they're probably all joining the battle at once. All right, so. We're jumping here and bringing these guys here. Well, actually, they had stock, so they wouldn't be easily recognizable if I put them over here. But I don't want them to get seen, so we'll just do the same attack vector as we did previously. But we'll actually preemptively set them like this. Between our deployment zones. They shouldn't be sending anybody through the woods. It is not really in our favor. Let us start the battle and... Ooh, shit, they already have one in the woods. Yep. We're going to keep our boys in there. We don't have any offensive spells, save for our legendary abilities of chicanery. So, yeah, they're slowly coming. All right, so these boys will hold and hide here. They're charging. They've got pistoliers. They've got a range of 80. He's got a range of 120. Excellent. Get him behind. Alright, so they must have learned from their previous failures when fighting us. We will use the strategic high ground. But we'll keep Scrag out here a little bit longer. Yeah, alright, so... Come on, come on, come on this way. Come on. Come on. Keep coming forward. Yes. Yes, come on. Little shits. Where you are. There you go. Come on. Alright. Retreat backwards, my friend. Yep. Alright, so... Gorgers and everybody else, they're slowly charging. Crossbowmen. Get him moving backwards. Alright, and... Yep, there they go. Take out those guys. These guys, send them there. Luckily, they're in the trees and hiding. Alright, so... Oh, shit, motherfucker. Get him in there, get him in there, get him in there. Come on, come on, come on, boys. The gorges are ripping them apart, which is a new one, which is good. They're being seen. Alright, so... Oh, shit. Scrag, run into the trees. because you're getting shot at. Okay. Noblars, charge. Spearmen with shields. Charge in. Where is it? Where are they? They're these guys. All right, so all right, so we're sitting there. We're doing our best fighting. Get in there. Come on, come on. Yes, we've seen them. They're still fighting them. They're hitting them quite hard. Good. Toggle the melee. Get into the melee. Come on, come on. Noblars, they're recovering, hopefully. Or they hopefully will. Alright, so they're all frenzied. These guys are still there. We're at least buying us up. What the fuck? How are they doing all of that to him? Alright. Alright, and bring him down. Shit. Not paying attention to Scrag is getting Scrag shot to death. I wish I had the healing abilities. There we go. Alright. Knife him. Knife him. This front is a bit heved and hectic. Sadly. They are running rampant, though, on them, which is good. They are fleeing, which is not good. Alright, so that front. Get him in there, get him in there, get him in there, get him in there. Noblar. Noblar. Get those in there, get them in there, get them in there. Shit, where's Scrag? He's running. Alright, keep fighting. Keep fighting, you fools. Get in there. Alright, Noblars and... Yes, we got him in there. Alright, you boys. Take another one. Take another set. Alright. Yes. Alright, so we might lose the Gore boys. Alright. Come here, come here. Come on. They've been holding the line pretty well. We are actually recovering. Yes. Get in there. Get back in there. Our Noblars are not doing super hot, but we have them routed, which is good. Alright, so you guys there. You guys there. Come on. You guys, come on. Get in there, get in there, get in there. Noblars keep holding the line. You boys doing fantastic work. Alright, they're breaking. Break this field, come on. Break them, break them, break them, break them, break them, break them, break them. Run these boys in. Run them in, run them in, run them in, run them in. They've shattered and they're broken. These ogres are fighting. Noblars, kill them as you've run away. Yes, we're... Sorry. Super focusing. Must focus. Must focus on it. Give it to him. And... Yes. Alright, so you, my Unta. The only reason why Scrag got fucking wasted was, there. And these guys. There you go. They're all slower. There they go, there they go, there they go. And we've got those two on the run and the ropes. Good. They're breaking to where they're not useful anymore. All right. So, and fight them in melee. Good. They broke. Fantastic. One stack. You run away, motherfucker. We lost the dogs. We lost the saber. Yeah! Ha ha! Bloody as all heck, but we'll take it. All right, that is not terrible. Yes. All right, that is not bad. All right, so take those out. The boys did well. The boys did well. They deserve everything that they get. I want these ranged units, however, I want them dead. To frickin' rights. Because they're the ones that did the majority of the damage. Sadly, it'll take me a while, so they have 34. Yeah. Sadly, they're the ones that ripped through Scrag because he's just such a big target. And you boys can halberdiers. All right, so they have their orders. Slowly but surely killing them. Turning off the hunter's rain, his running away abilities. All right, so which one of you crossbowmen? Yeah, he's a fatty. He sticks out a lot. And with this, we can crush their army. They're still encircled. I won't be auto-resolving the next one, to be honest, considering that we kind of spent our gorgers. But they did a wondrous effect. I'll take a Pyrrhic victory instead of a close defeat, and not losing the whole stack. And he's either dead or not so dead, but hopefully they don't try anything this coming turn. And we can attack them with our fairly fresh ogres. But since they fought us, we should get the victory shenanigans, so hopefully we can do some replenishment of our troops from their meat. Meat. The more you eat, the stronger you are. All right, so yes, 10% is better than nothing. Okay, so depending on how this goes, we might have another army to fight relatively swiftly. We are getting close. All right. Ooh. Scourge of Mankind. Good. We don't lose anyone? We don't lose anyone. Fantastic. And Banner of the Eternal Flame, we didn't lose a single man. Now, since this is the first in the series, sure, I always enjoy creepy facts. Alright. Boom. Healing up, Zorkavan, and repair, and camp, which actually covers quite a wide range here, and it's a good spot for it to exist. Upkeep. All units in the camp. So what is this creepy fact, my friend? Alright, so control is actually getting there, which is good. Well, we don't need that. Well, no, we do. 2 turns. Growth. There we go. The spare tent. That's what we need right now. Yes, there was. Son of a bitch. I can't remember his name. I do remember hearing that. It sits there in the recesses. That is creepy as fuck. Like, in all seriousness, that's creepy as. Hey, they actually lived. They just ran away. Okay, I can live with that. All right. So Noblars that aren't ranked. So you guys are all Noblard ranked. Merge. All right, and you guys, yeah, one to this merge. Okay, recruit units. 2 turns for them. They did a wondrous job holding the line despite their leadership skill. They need love. They need to heal. I need more of them overall in general. Could use another army. Well, let's kind of be able to afford another. It's the Noblar prosthetics that's giving me the little edge to it. Joe Metheny. Joe Metheny. Yes. Let's do one there and another Noblar to recover that. So that way we have 2 Ogre Bulls, dual weapons, 2 Iron Fists, and 2 beautiful Ogre Bulls sitting in our ranks. Joe Metheny. This. Oh, still, like, I enjoy a good burger. Passive ability, lore, when casting spell. Yes, that is a definite need. There is a need for Scrag the Slaughterer to be able to do that and heal combatants generally around him. Another. Yes. All right. So we have 2 for that. Give yourself independent deployment and give all of them the passive ability of Frenzy. These are to upgrade the Saber Tusk packs, which is fantastic. I love the Hunters. There's probably the Doom stack of the Hunter Doom stack is probably one of the better Doom stacks that I know of. Jeffrey Dahmer. Let's see, the one in England, Jack the Ripper. It was never caught, if memory serves properly. Now we wait. Another turn to see what these fools bring to our doorstep. As through the weight of fire they could not stop us. Yeah. Mustering, alright. Building another. See, the one thing I don't get is how, like, the economic systems, I feel, are too heavily weighted. They should be bound the same level as the player is. Yep. Just need a little bit of extra replenishment on the overall set of things. And a 13-man, like, even if we moved and were ambushed, it wouldn't be of any good threat to them or a threat to our troops because we'd have more of them, vice versa, you know? Like, yeah, they'd have the jump on us, but they'd probably lose a couple of units, but they would lose their entire army as I would not run away. All right, so we have 1 turn, and then we can start eventually doing some Saber Tusk packs in here once we incur some more Noblar death. Let us see. So, do you know anything of 40k, or do you play any of the tabletop Warhammer games, or just perusing Twitch and you found my fine ugly mug? Yes, death. Death is the only thing that is certain in life. It comes for us all. Some, sadly, faster than others. Ah. Who? I'll check diplomacy, because I've been wondering, who are they also at war with that they're losing armies to? Hopefully they're just at war with us. Ooh, contracts! Mercenary contracts, another thing that I do like. Grenzenstrat. Stone Mine Tower, Bullgut. Ooh. We are going to accept that one. We can do it at any time, but I want to do that. Well, let's admit, I want to get these guys dealt with and hopefully build up enough of an economy. Ah, well, thank you. Yes, Warhammer has a rich, grim fantasic lore. Alright, so 8. We will wait another turn. How much is it if I step out? Okay, so it'd still be 2 turns. He's mustering, so he won't be able to reach us. They will be able to reach us. Okay. Warhammer, the lore. A lot of the lore, if you want to read some books, look up the Gotrek novels. The individual who's writing them is spot on, and Gotrek, just fantastic character. He's a slayer. He's some sort of grand dishonor. And here's where we start making some money. Alright, and they're healing 2 turns. They'll be healed enough for my liking to go to war against an army somewhere. And, to level 3. Perfect. We will go with our closest to our current enemy and our future enemy. We will raise and sack this one quite heavily as we'll go to war with them. I don't care that they like them. I don't like the orcs. The WOG function bothers me, how they can just easily just raise up another army. Makes it vastly too easy for them to conquer us. Like to have a full 20 stack and then another 20 stack on top of that 20 stack swinging at you. A little bit difficult to deal with, in my opinion. Yeah, that's why I actually like Greasus more, because he at least looks better. He's not the best looking by any means, but he at least looks better. But then again, the ogres aren't the most well kept. Alright, so they do not have much. Mostly archers and halberdiers, and if he crosses the River Rhine, even with a small number of troops. Alright. We could wait another turn, but the ability to strike at them. We'll have to see what the map looks like. Alright, so let us scout the terrain. It's the same map. Okay. That's there. So, give you leadership and flaming attacks. Ooh, that is tempting. The base weapon damage, and we'll give that to the hunter. And was ist die Uhr? Ah, shit. All right, so we will encircle them for now, and we'll come back to that one next time. Yes, actually, now is the time. As I looked at the hour, it's 9 o'clock here. Probably around 4 o'clock in the morning for you. I'll be stopping now. We are at a decent spot. However, we'll pick up this at 6:30 my time. The schedule is on my page of what I'll be streaming. Yes, it was indeed a very perfect moment to ask, as otherwise I had to be drawn into another one, and it may happen to affect my sleep and my work tomorrow. Sadly! And that's why I'm doing this, is I'm trying to grow as a streamer. That way I can turn this into my profession rather than my day job. You had previously stated when I originally brought up the subject of time that it was 3 o'clock where you were, and it's approximately 40 minutes to an hour, and then time zone. So I was just guessing that it's been an hour since I knew what time we talked about time last, and it was a good guess, an educated guess. Also, unbeknownst to you, I've been secretly looking up the time zones. No, actually, it was just a fairly educated guess on the time. But, Holy Gelmir, thank you for the follow. It is extremely appreciated. Thank you for staying and chatting with me for this stream. It's been fantastic. But, as previously stated, this is the end of our time together for today. However, tomorrow is an entirely different story. I am Atlas Chief. You all have been fantastic, and I will catch you in the next one, which is tomorrow, 6:30 United States Central Time. If you have any questions on what I will be streaming, it'll be this again. We'll pick up this campaign and keep on carrying on with Scrag the Slaughterer and his leathery face. Ta-ta for now.